friends back to the channel and our Crybaby Whims. If you are not part of the Raven family, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you can join the family. If you hit the notification bell, it's going to notify you when things go live on the channel. So today we are jumping in with Cassiopeia, Elias, Karina, Tevin, and little Davis here. And as you can see, Cassiopeia was just taking care of him, and now she's going to go ahead and paint. Elias has gone off to work, and Karina is at school, and she is just going to go ahead and call over Greg, because as we know, she's dying to see him. And oh, they're going to go ahead and pass. Tevin is headed off to daycare, and so it is just going to be her and little Davis here at the house. And she thought, well, you know what? While no one's here at the house, I might as well go ahead and spend some time here with Greg, because I need to really look into these feelings that I'm feeling for him, because they are strong, they are not going away, and I think I'm in love with him still. And as you can see, they definitely have something going on. And so she is, yeah. She's got some major feelings for him. They don't have a whole lot of romance between the two of them, but as you can see, it is quickly climbing, and she's got major hots for him. As you can see, she's got the attractiveness where she has the hots for him. She finds him extremely attractive. Their friendship bar is going up quite high. Their attractive and romance is going up quite high. And they are really getting along pretty good. Oh, he's going to clean for us. We love a man that does that. That's very nice. Thank you. We didn't really call you over here to clean up after our children. We have far better plans for you, sir. Yes, we do. So we're actually just going to see about going ahead and, yeah, they're going to try and get a little frisky with one another, and she's going to give him a little bit of, some heat of the moment stuff, kissing, and we're just going to try to get their romance up far enough to where I think that they could probably try for a little bit of some woohoo here. You know, he gives off mixed signals, because sometimes he really acts like he's into her, and then other times he really doesn't, and he's quite rude to her. So I think Cassiopeia is kind of like, are you into me? Are you not into me? Because she never can really tell. Like, sometimes he's really pulling her close and he's like, hey, and other times he's like pushing her away, like, no, I'm not into you. So she's going to try to, really get him in her good graces, and they're going to go ahead and go upstairs, and they're going to go have a little bit of shower fun, and if you know what I mean. And we're going to see if anything comes of that. While Elias is away, the mice will play. And she's thrilled about this whole turn of events. Like, she's not feeling guilty. She's not regretting any of this. She doesn't feel bad. Like, she's actually very energized, as you can see. And she's like, okay, this is everything that I ever wanted. I think part of her, she really does love Elias, but part of her really is in love with Greg, and she's torn by the fact that she's, I guess, in love with two people. But I guess her way of justifying that is, she didn't plan for this. She can't help how she feels, and so she's just like, whatever. But she's gonna go ahead and ask him if he wants to be her boyfriend and see how that goes. And he's like, yeah, I do, actually. So they're actually officially boyfriend and girlfriend, and so they have taken their relationship to a official place. So she now has Elias as her husband and Greg as her boyfriend. And their, as you can see, romance is at a pretty decent place, and their friendship is just a little below that. But now, oh, see, he does love what he sees. So he is getting on with her a little better than he used to before. Yeah, he's liking it. And they have opted to go ahead and woohoo of their own accord. But we're going to have to make that really fast, guys, because Karina just got home from school. And you're totally going to get busted, and that's not going to be good. That's going to be really, really bad if Karina comes home and finds her mom in bed with another man. I don't think that's going to be good. Oh, and Dad's here. That's awesome. That's great news. So Dad's come over to visit, and Karina's downstairs doing her homework. I think we're going to have to cut this short. Greg, you're going to really need to, rush out. So I think Cassiopeia is going to be like, Greg, you have to go. I love you, and I want you to stay, but, you can't. We're going to get ourselves busted, and unless you're ready to blow up your marriage and mine and us to be together, I think that you're going to have to leave. And he's like, no, absolutely. Did you see that? There's a baby bottle over her head. I think we're expecting, guys. I'm fairly certain that her and Greg are having a baby. So, that's great news because we needed to have a baby with Greg, and I'm fairly certain that what they just did has resulted in a pregnancy. I'm not going to have her take a pregnancy test just yet, but I do think that Cassiopeia may be expecting. So she's just giving him a little bit of a goodbye love, and she's going to send him on his way because Karina will be coming upstairs shortly. And also, little Davis does need a little bit of love and attention because his needs are, he needs his mom. Come on, let him go. She's like, I just don't want to stop flirting with him. Okay, but you have to. Come on, send him on his way. Go ahead and tell him that he needs to go. Send him home. And Mom's calling to congratulate us on having Davis, which is really sweet of you, Mom. And we love that. We may be having a new addition very soon, I'm thinking. All right, so little Davis has been changed and taken care of, and Karina's home. Greg is on his way back to his house. We are going to feed Davis, and then I'm going to send Karina off to the washroom, and Elias should be coming home very shortly. Let's just go ahead and deal with some of Karina's needs here. She is dirty, and she's currently getting herself a bite to eat. And Elias is home. So that was really good timing that we sent Greg home because, yeah, that would have been bad. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and get Elias to get himself something to eat, and then he needs to head off to bed because he is straight shattered after a long, hard day of work. And, yeah, everyone is just really feeling it as far as their day, having a rough day. I think the only person that's in a great mood, as you can see, is Cassiopeia because she was like, I had a great day. I spent the day with my lover, and we, lounged around and loved on one another. And yeah, it's been a lovely day. So she's in a fantastic mood. Even her needs are great. I mean, she does need to get herself something to eat because she's hungry. But aside from that, I think she's actually in a pretty decent place, and everyone else is straight up shattered. So we love that. We also don't have, oh, dear old Mom's here. Okay. Hi, Mom. Did you just wanted to come on in? All of our, our bills are due, and we don't have the money to pay them, so our lights have been turned off, which is we love that for us. So we didn't have enough money to pay our bills, so Elias is just not making enough money to cover the expenses of the home currently. And so we're going to ask Mom if she can give us a little bit of money. We're going to say, we're struggling a little bit with some money. Do you think that you could loan us a little bit of money, Mom? And see what she says. Like, I know that you have the money. Do you think that you could give us just a small loan? And she's like, yeah, we could totally give you a little bit. Do you think that this is enough? And she's like, probably not. We have bills that are due, but sure, every little bit helps, Mom. Thanks so much. So I'm just going to sell some things in our inventories that we don't need and see if I can get our bills up. And I'll probably sell some things here in the backyard that we also don't need and try to get our bills paid because we need lights and water and those kind of things that we don't currently have. And these things are burnt up. So I'm just going to sell some things in the back here and we can replace them when we are in a better place, I guess. Okay, perfect. So that gives us a little bit of money there. And now we can go ahead and go and pay our bills and get everything turned back on. And Cassiopeia is just going ahead and getting some things cleaned up. And as you can see, Tevin is now back home from daycare, which is lovely. And I think his needs are probably pretty good as well. He's just going to sit out there in the middle of the bloody sidewalk. So Cassiopeia is calling him in like, come on inside, Tevin. You don't need to stand out there for forever. And she is definitely pregnant, guys. Definitely. That is the second baby thing that I've seen float over her head. And she is feeling very paranoid as well. And you know what? With good reason, because she knows what she's done. And I think that she's like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I know that I'm pregnant. I have felt this way before and I just know it. Yep, well, that's what happens. That's what happens. And Elias has come down and he's just loving on her. And I think her paranoia has gotten the best of her and she's just like feeling guilty. And so she's like, don't touch me. And he's like, well, what was that about? So he's got a hurt sentiment with her because he doesn't know why she's just like gone off on him. And she's just like, oh, sorry. And he's like, well, honey, like, I don't understand. What is your deal? And so he's like, okay, well, you know, did you have a bad day or something? Like, what's eating at you? And he's like, come on, let's go upstairs and I'll make it better. And she's like, oh, okay, yeah, we can totally do that. That's fine. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to bite your head off. So they're going to go upstairs and he's going to make it all better, if you know what I mean. And the fact that she's willing to like let him do that after spending the day with Greg the way she did is probably not good. Let's be honest. Like, she should be ashamed of herself. But I think that she is really just at a place mentally where she doesn't know anymore what she's doing. Like, again, like I said, she is in love with both of them. And I think, you know, emotionally she's torn because she doesn't know what she's supposed to do or how she's supposed to feel. Like, she loves Elias, but she loves Greg. And she is at a place where she doesn't know what is it she's supposed to do. Like, she's in love with them both. Like, she has 3 kids with her husband and now she's expecting with her boyfriend. And of course she just woohooed with her husband, and so, you know, who knows who's the daddy, right? Who's the daddy? And he's not going to know who the daddy is because now she's woohooed with them both and she's expecting. And so, yeah. So I'm just looking to see when Davis ages up. And his birthday is in 2 days, which is going to be about the same time that she would actually go into labor if she were pregnant. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting to try to explain how that's the case. Okay, Mom, I need you to move out of the way because clearly, you know, yeah. So he's hurt by her. Elias feels wronged by Cassiopeia because of when she just yelled at him. This really sucks. Okay, Tevin, can you not do that, honey? Okay, Mom, seriously, for the love of Pete, I need to feed the baby. It's crying. I just need you to move out of the way, and then I can feed the baby. And she's just like talking to Elias, and she's like, okay, well, you know, I flirting along with him or whatever, but Mom really needs to move out the way. Mom, you're not helping. You're just standing there. You told me that you wanted to have a baby. I'm so glad that you're not having another kid because you clearly don't know how to take care of the babies. Feed the child. It just needs to be fed. Oh, change its diaper. Okay. Well, either way. And probably fed too. Okay, so we're going to get Cassiopeia some thing to eat here because she is absolutely starving, and then we'll get her into the bathtub. Elias is handling up on Davis because Elias is a great dad, and Karina is just in bed getting some much needed rest. Tevin is being bad. Bad. As usual, he is doing horrible things to the floor. This child. Alright, Mom's leaving. See ya, Mom. Thanks for coming over. You did a whole lot of nothing. You watched some of our television and you didn't help with the baby. I don't know what you even came over for. But whatever. Look, and he's like, can you stop doing that? This is not okay. All you do is, like, make a mess. This is not what we do. Tevin, this is not what we do. Yeah, exactly. You're totally pregnant. Who are you, and why are you in our house? We don't know you. You need to leave. Please leave. Honestly, please leave. Get out of our home. Tevin's like, I don't know you. Yeah, no one knows you. Get out of our house. Alright, and we're just going to take care of some of Elias and Cassiopeia's needs, and she's just taking her sweet time in the bath. And Elias is going to head upstairs and go ahead and go to bed. It does look like Tevin is not tired at all, so actually we may not be getting any good shut-eye. He's just wide awake at 11 p.m. Davis is awake, and Karina's in bed, so that means she's going to be up all night long as well. But she's getting hungry, so she'll probably come down and want to get herself a bite to eat. So I'm just going to clean this mess up here for them. Yep. So everyone is using this bathroom. There's 2 bathrooms in the house, but everyone wants to use this one. And of course, now Karina is scarred for life. You could have gone upstairs. I don't want to hear it. There's 2 bathrooms in the house. Alright, she's like, yep, you're scarred for life. I get it. But you could have gone upstairs. It's not my fault that you had to walk in on your mother. So I don't want to hear about it. And she's like, I need to wash my hands. You're just going to have to hold on a minute. Alright, so she's going to go ahead and go in here and get something cooking because she's hungry. She is definitely pregnant, guys. She is definitely pregnant. Karina has some very, some needs that definitely need to be taken care of. So she's taking care of her bladder needs now, but she's also hungry and she actually is still tired. So we'll get her something to eat and then we'll put her back to bed. Tevin's needs, though, are fantastic, which is not necessarily the greatest news in the world because that means he's going to be up all night long. So I'm just going to get him playing a little bit of basketball, and hopefully that'll keep him out of trouble and out of painting the floor. Look at her. She's all flirty. Good grief. She's in the flirtiest of flirty moods as she cooks her food. She made herself some chicken nuggets. Are you going to eat that? Don't go messing with Tevin. Just leave him alone. Eat your chicken tenders. Leave Tevin alone. Let him play. Sit down here with Karina and just have yourself a bite to eat. And you guys can have a little bit of a conversation. It'll be great. So the girls here are just having a little bit of a bite to eat together. They're having a little bit of conversation. And she's like, how was your day? And, why are you up so late? Obviously, you need to get some rest. You have school. Actually, you don't. It's a weekend. But still, it's way past your bedtime. And Karina's like, I was just feeling a little bit hungry. So as soon as I finish eating, then I'm going to go to bed. And Cassiopeia's like, okay, that sounds good. Because you definitely need to go ahead and get some rest. Your body needs rest, Karina. And she's like, I'm going to go to bed, Mom, as soon as I get some food. Look at him. He's already queued up that as soon as he's done playing ball, he's going to paint the floor. This child, maybe he wants to be an artist when he gets bigger. I don't know. Maybe he's taken after his mom and he wants to be an artiste. But there he goes again. He's like, don't do it, Tevin. Don't do it. Say no. Say no to painting. All right, we're going to go ahead and Cassiopeia needs to go to the bathroom. So we'll clean up and we'll go to the bathroom. And then I'm trying really hard. I'm going to see if I can get everyone into bed here. Tevin, why don't you come play with the makeup? Come on over here. Let's do anything and everything to keep you busy, son. All right. Let's get Cassiopeia in here to use the washroom. You didn't use the washroom. You just flushed it. Oh, it's broken. Okay, go repair the washroom. Get her in here to repair this toilet. She's like, this is something my husband does. Why am I having to do this? Well, because he's asleep and it's flooding the bathroom. How's it look? Oh, you actually didn't do a half bad job. Tevin, I'm actually surprised. You're wrecking stuff. That's awesome. So he's, feeling a bit destructive, which is great for everyone involved. But at least he's not painting the floor. And we're just going to get her finishing up repairing this toilet so that she can actually use it because she's about to pee herself, which is not good. And then we'll get her into bed, finally. Because it is now 2:30 in the morning and she is straight up shattered. And as you can see, Elias is now up for the morning. Basically, he's just up because the baby's crying. But we'll go ahead and get Elias to go and... Oh, he's going to go have a bath. Okay. Well, that's great. Okay, use the bathroom. And then Elias can come and deal with Davis. Or I guess you can, since you're already up here. He's in the bathtub. Alright, so we'll get her to use the bathroom, and then we'll have her go and deal with Davis. Go and feed your little one. She's like, I just wanted to go to bed, but now I've got to deal with the baby. I know. I understand. Go feed Davis. She's like, hello, little one. Let's get you a bottle here. All right. There you go. Okay, little one. Okay, let's give you some love. That's a good boy. All right. And she is just going to go ahead now and get some rest. Elias is going to go ahead and get himself something to eat because he's feeling a little bit hungry. Cassiopeia is getting some much needed rest. Karina's still in bed. I'm going to get Tevin. Can you go to bed? There we go. Okay. Yes, finally. We love it. And then once Elias is done eating, we'll just get him to work on the punching bag for a bit. Okay, Cassiopeia got a little bit of rest, and she is feeling a little bit sick, so she thought to herself, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and bite the bullet and take a pregnancy test. I just want to know. And, of course, she knew it, and yep, she's pregnant, and we are eating for 2. So that's it, folks. We are definitely pregnant and expecting. She's like, okay, I'm just going to clean this floor up. And she's thinking to herself, what am I going to do? I had a hunch that I was pregnant, but now it's official. Like, I am actually expecting. And she is already showing, and she's like, what am I going to do? So she's back in bed. She's like, I'm just going to get some much needed rest. And nope, Elias, come on up here and deal with this baby because she needs to sleep. Stop boxing and come up here and change this dirty nappy. So we'll just get him to go ahead and deal with the children. We will get him to change the dirty diaper for Davis, and then we'll have him wake up Tevin and get Tevin a bubble bath because Tevin is got a green cloud around him.
Oh, Gosha.
So he's like, Tav, come on, Tav, go ahead and wake up there, bud. How about we go ahead and get you a bath, okay? And he's like, you want to have some bubbles? And Tavin's like, bubbles? Of course I want bubbles. Let's do it, Dad. He's like, okay, up we go. So he's just going to take Tevin down and do a bubble bath while Cassiopeia gets some much needed rest because she didn't get to bed till like, what, 3 a.m. and now it's just 5 a.m. And she seems to be having a pretty decent dream because she's laughing and giggling in her sleep, which we love to see. She's getting some pretty decent rest though, so that's good. This bed seems to be getting her energy up pretty good, and we love to see that. Alright, so Tevin has finished his bubble bath, and now he's off to preschool. And Elias is just finished up with doing all the dad stuff, and so we're going to get him to go ahead and come over here and start working on some of his career things. He needs to file a legal motion and work on some of his work tasks, and also he needs to file some court documents, and he needs to pass the lawyer's exam. So we're going to queue up some of those things for him to do, and hopefully he can get some of these done before he has to go into work for the day. I don't know how much he'll be able to actually get done, but we will queue those up for him to do, and then he will have to go off to work for the day, and we're just letting Karina get her rest, and Davis is also asleep. So I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward through this, and I will catch back with you once Cassiopeia wakes from her nap. Okay, so Cassiopeia has awoken, and she is feeling very refreshed. As you can hear, Davis is crying, and we are just going to go ahead and make sure that everyone is in a good place. Karina is off to school, and Cassiopeia is just getting a little bit of boxing done. Elias is still working on his stuff in there in the computer, but he will be heading off to work soon as well. And once he goes to work, and I think that we will actually be inviting Greg over because we will need to be letting him know the news about the pregnancy. So now that everyone is gone from the house, we're going to be calling over Mr. Greg so that we can let him know that we are expecting his child. So she's just going to go ahead and call Greg and be like, hi honey, can you go ahead and come over? There's something that I need to talk to you about. So I really would like for you to come over. So Greg's going to come on over. And it's almost Davis's birthday. Alright, so Greg has arrived. So we're going to go ahead and invite Greg in. She's like, hi honey, why don't you come on in? We need to have a talk. And he's like, Cassiopeia? Honey? Is there something that you need to tell me? And she's going to just walk up to him and she's going to cuddle him from behind. And she's going to say, hi sweetheart, I really missed you. And she's going to say, there is something that I need to tell you, and it's that I am expecting, and we are actually having a baby. So she's going to share the big news with him, and he's like, oh my gosh, that's great. That's great news. And so she's going to say to him, like, do you think that you would, like, how do you feel about kids? Because I am about, I don't know, 99.9% certain that this child is yours. And he's like, really? And she's like, yeah, actually, I am. And I don't know, like, how do you feel about kids? And he's like, well, you know that I always wanted kids. And she's like, do you think that you would be upset if I asked you to do a paternity test? And he's like, what do you mean you want me to do a paternity test? And she's like, well, I just want to be certain that it is yours, because I mean, I am married, and I just want to know for a fact that it is your baby. And he's like, are you trying to tell me that you don't know who the father of the baby is? And she's like, I am actually telling you that I don't know for certain which one of you are the father. I think it's you. I'm almost positive that it is you, but I don't know that like 100%. And I just wanted to know if you'd be okay with if you'd be doing that. Like, if you'd be willing to do that. Like, do you love me? And he's like, of course I love you. Why do you even need to ask that? Well, would you be willing to take a paternity test for me? And I think Greg is kind of put off by that. And he's just like, I don't feel like I need to do a paternity test. Like, it hurts my feelings that you would even ask me to do that. Like, why should I have to do that? And so instantly you can see that their romance and their friendship even kind of went down a little bit because of that. Because that hurt him that she had to ask him that. But in Cassiopeia's defense, like, she's married and she also is with Greg. Like, she's with two men. And so she doesn't absolutely for certain know which one of them is the father. So they are going to go and they are going to take a paternity test so that she can find out which one of them actually is he the father of her child. Like, she does think that he is, but she doesn't know that 100%. And so to ease her mind and to know, she wants to do a paternity test. So they're going to go and they're going to do that. And yes, Greg's upset about that, but she's hoping that he'll understand. And I mean, he was thrilled to find out she was pregnant, and he was accepting of that, and he wants kids, and like, he was excited to find out that news, but now he's a little bit upset that he's having to take a paternity test. And I think that we can understand that he would be upset. Like, he has a wife that doesn't want kids, that hates children, and his girlfriend has told him that she's pregnant, and he's thrilled about that. But then his girlfriend also said, I don't actually know if it's yours, and I need you to take a paternity test. So, I mean, I can understand how Greg would be upset, but in Cassiopeia's shoes, like, we have to know. So, they're going to go, and they're going to do that, and we're going to send Davis off to daycare. Okay, so we have returned back with Cassiopeia's paternity results, and the paternity results are in her inventory, and they state that, well, let's actually deal with Davis first here. Davis is very, very hungry and very upset, and as you can see, Tevin is also back home from daycare, and so we will deal with our children, but if you see, it does show now that Cassiopeia has cheated on Elias, and that Elias may have fathered Cassiopeia's child. But then when you look in the paternity results, it does show that Greg is the father of this baby. And he didn't come back, so we're going to invite him back over again so that we can continue our conversation, because he didn't come back when we came back from the paternity results. So we're going to just invite him back over again. And she is hungry, so we'll have her go down and go ahead and fix herself something to eat here. And obviously this baby has a dirty diaper, so we'll deal with that as well. But we can now tell him that he definitely did father our child, because we now know that he definitely is the father of our baby, according to the paternity results. And so she can tell him, honestly, like, we can enthuse that we're happy about this pregnancy, and you are the father of our baby that we're carrying, and they can celebrate that they're expecting a child together, and she can just be thrilled with him and the happiness that they're having a baby. And there are two people that are dating, that are in love, and that are having a child. And her mom's calling and saying, hey, I hear that you became good friends with Greg. He's pretty cool. Yeah, Mom, could you totally, like, keep that on the hush-hush? Like, shh. Okay? Just calm yourself. So she's just telling him, like, I'm so ecstatic about this pregnancy. You are definitely the father of this baby, and I hope that you're excited about it as well. And, you know, I'm just thrilled about this whole thing. And it's thrilling, you know, the partner received the news well, being told that they are the parent of the latest child. So Greg has received the news well and is happy. The father is known and has reacted well. So he's happy about this baby. She's happy about this baby. They're in a good place. So there you have it. Greg is the father of our latest child, and they are happy about it, and she is over the moon with this news. I mean, she's not really thinking about the fact that she has to tell, she's not really thinking about the fact that she has to tell Elias, but she is going to have to tell Elias that she has. Yeah, so she's not really thinking it through that she has to talk to Elias and tell him that she is carrying someone else's child. Right now, she's just thrilled with the fact that her and Greg are on the same place and on the same page, and that they want this baby. So, yeah. Okay, but I think I am going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of Cassiopeia and Greg and the baby that they're having, as well as what you think she's going to do with Elias. Is she going to tell him? Is she going to keep it a secret and try to make him think that it's his baby? Do you think he's going to figure it out? Do you think he has some suspicions? I do think he has some suspicions, but I don't know if he is just curious or he actually believes that, you know, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next one. But until then, I am going to go ahead and fly for now. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Bye, Ravens.